Hey guys, welcome back to Habitual Crypto. My name's Dan, and here on the channel we like to make good habits in crypto trading. So if you guys like crypto investing and like making good decisions in that way, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, hit that like button and the notification button. Today we're going to go over the Bitcoin chart and see how we're doing after the pump this morning, as well as look over some quick news on the crypto market as a whole and on Bitcoin. And then we will chart out Ethereum, and then for the remaining part of the stream, we'll chart out any altcoins you guys are looking at today. So with that, let's jump right into the Bitcoin chart here. As you can see, if I zoom out a little bit, we were sticking right around between 58 and 59,000 for the end of March, beginning of April, just kind of ranging in there for the most part. And then April 3rd, we had this big dip down to about 56,500. It got a bounce from there, and then today we actually came back down very close to that same level, kind of made like a double bottom here, and I guess that's why we got the really big bounce all the way back up to 59,300. So we have dipped a little bit below that, but we're at about 58,900 right now, and seems to be holding there. This is the 30-minute chart. It does look slightly like a bear flag forming, so hopefully we will get that pop up to higher highs here. That's the goal. It is possible we come down, and this trend line has been acting as support and resistance really since the beginning of the year. So we'll see if that acts as a backstop for us, and we can keep moving up, or we might even see a push higher than that sooner. So you guys know my stance on Bitcoin. I am very bullish in the long term, though in saying that we could see, when we first had this big dip down to 50,000, I was saying we could range in here for weeks or maybe months, and because we really haven't had a long stretch of time where we were consolidating. The most with these dips has been like 2 weeks, the longest before we had another move up. Same with the one in the beginning of the year. So I wouldn't be surprised if this, if we stay in this range and just keep making making it getting tighter and tighter, rather than having a push up yet. It is possible that we get the push up. I think that's very possible. We do seem to be forming somewhat of a ascending triangle here. If we go to like the daily, it's even more clear here. Like, let me draw this out. Basically, something like this. We have been kind of hitting that top. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a big boom here at any point. It literally could happen anytime. I think there's a good possibility that whales, big investors are um, kind of controlling it up here uh, for as long as they can, and I think they'll probably release it at some point, kind of scaring people into panic selling. And with these dips, ever since the beginning of March, really, uh, kind of keeping it in this range, and then scaring people that the bull market is over. That's what I keep hearing from not many people, but there's definitely some people really putting that over the loudspeaker to everybody. And I think a lot of people are getting scared, and any little dip, they scares some people into selling their Bitcoin to these bigger investors. Um, so yeah, like I said, I think we are going to break up out of here eventually, but it is possible that if we don't break out of there soon, that we keep making higher lows and lower highs until we really tighten up here. That is possible, but there will be some sort of move um, before April 10th, and that would be the last day for this triangle to work out, basically staying above that trend line there. So um, we'll keep an eye on this throughout the stream, but I would expect some sort of move, within the next couple days. Uh, and in the meantime, the altcoins have really been taking advantage of Bitcoin kind of just settling here. Um, it's been staying above 50,000, which is a big, basically it's been consolidating above 50,000 for a while now. Ever since, let's see, basically March 9th. So almost a full month we've been above 50,000, which is, really good that Bitcoin can, hold that there that long. And, I think it's just going to make the big leg up even stronger, and possibly we will head up even farther than we would have if we broke sooner. So, um, yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. I think everything looks fine now. Fundamentals are still growing. I just have a couple, Bitcoin news articles for you here. Grayscale, the biggest investment uh, company in Bitcoin right now, uh, besides MicroStrategies. They have this Bitcoin trust and a bunch of other crypto trusts that they've had, and now they're announced their intention to convert the trusts into ETFs. So they put out this plan, and obviously they still need to get approved for uh, an ETF by the SEC, but it's another like every trying to get that SEC approval for an ETF. I would be very surprised if this doesn't happen within the next 6 months. I would say would be I think it will probably happen sooner than that, because these aren't like little companies begging the SEC to let that. These are Morgan Stanley, like huge companies who have a lot of clout and kind of control in this space. So I think there's a good chance an ETF gets approved sometime soon. So we will see about that. The other big kind of the whole cryptocurrency market news is that the whole crypto market cap has hit $2 trillion. So, that's really cool, because I remember when it was 100 billion. So now the whole crypto market cap is worth more than Apple. Um, and it just shows you that this is growing, and it's growing pretty fast. And it wasn't that long ago that we hit 1 trillion. So um, I hope you guys are ready for what's to come in the next few months, because I think this will start to exponentially grow until until we finally do hit a top and head into a bear market, which may not be as you know it might not be as harsh as previous bear markets, but there definitely will be a time where it gets um, kind of overbought. Everything kind of will settle and will go down in valuation, just like every other market does at times. So, um, what's nice is that Bitcoin and the crypto markets have the stock to flow model and a 4 year cycles. I believe in the expanding cycle theory, that these cycles will start to get longer, and eventually we'll have like a super cycle which could last way longer than 4 years. But I don't think that's this year. I think that's more likely next year. And yeah, we'll see. I think we still have a long ways to go with Bitcoin. I think we are definitely going to hit uh, at least 100K this year. Um, More likely closer to 200K, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but that's my analysis from everything I've studied, and all of the different opinions and research that I've seen. That seems to be the most logical uh, path that Bitcoin is on. Let's go ahead and take a look at Ethereum. We did have Ethereum, break these resistance here, and then it did do a back test, and it came, pretty much right back to 2000, and now we are above the previous all-time highs again, and we closed above that yesterday as well. So I think, Ethereum is just setting up again for possibly an even bigger move. And if we zoom in here, go on the short term. Yeah, we had this nice double bottom right around 2000, and now we came back up close to our now all-time highs. And yeah, I think we will probably consolidate here and possibly have another move up at some point very soon. um, I think the new bottom could be around 2000. Let's see where this closed here. So yeah, 2088 seems to be a significant yeah, around 2090 I think is quite possible now, which it had been resistance, is now becoming support right here. And it's very possible that we continue this move up, because I don't think Ethereum's done at all yet. um, just been moving really nicely, and yeah, I think it will continue to go. And speaking of that, with the altcoins, anyone who watches this channel knows I've been harping on the Bitcoin dominance chart, and it literally happened, exactly like I've been saying. As soon as we break these two resistance up here, our next uh, support is going to be 57 percent in Bitcoin dominance, and that's because if we look back here, that's exactly where our bottom was. Um, that's exactly where our bottom was in the summer last year. So this is another key support, but really, it's pretty much the last one until this trend line here. So I drew this months ago, and basically saying if we are to break this line of support, we could be going down to 50%. I would say it's anywhere between 52 and 50% Bitcoin dominance is our possible our possible supports where we might get a bounce. And it's possible Bitcoin gets a bounce here, but I think the only way that's going to happen is if Bitcoin starts moving one way or the other. So, right now we are right at that support. Like the daily support line is 57.21. So right now we're at 57.37. So we have 0.2% left to go down, and it has been going down a little bit today. So I wouldn't be surprised if we go test that again, which is where we tested it. We already tested it today there. So we'll keep an eye on that. We could zoom in here a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it's been on another downtrend all day. We'll see. It really isn't showing much strength here. So that's it, guys. If we break and hold 57.2, we are most likely going to see some alts do some really have basically what a lot of people would called a lot of people would call phase two of the altcoin cycle. So yeah, we will keep an eye on that throughout the stream as well. So again, if you guys like the content, please feel free to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment on the video, and I appreciate everyone tuning in. So now we will go ahead and we will take a look at the altcoins. So if you guys have any altcoins in the chat, let me know. I'd be happy to take a look at any ones you guys are interested in. The first one I want to talk about, which I know a lot of people either love or hate, but that's going to be XRP. So I'll pull up a little article here. XRP price surges 55% to a 3-year high amid push for financial inclusivity. So a new cross-border payments acquisition and a renewed push to increase global financial inclusivity triggered a 55% rally in XRP. So, if you don't know, XRP's been there's a lawsuit against them from the SEC. Everyone's been waiting on what's going to happen to that, but slowly that fear has kind of diminished. I think most people think they're probably just going to get like a slap on the wrist, but it still might be a little time before we get any sort of like summary of what the penalties will be, or if they're in trouble at all. So but yeah, this is basically that Ripple announced, we've announced an acquisition of 40% stake in cross-border payment specialist Tranglo. So basically they're basically running everything business as usual, it seems. So they still believe they're going to be okay, and they're still focusing on their goal of making XRP one of the biggest payment methods in the world. That's their more broad goal. And they're going through, they wouldn't, in my opinion, they wouldn't be buying 40% of a huge company if they didn't think they were going to get through this SEC stuff. And they probably have a much better idea of what the outcome will be than any one of us. But the fact that they're just like going forward with everything without having results yet, it gives people more confidence, and that's why you saw this price increase today. So we could go ahead and look at the chart here. Let's just go on the daily for a second. And yeah, I mean, the one thing that makes XRP kind of a bigger, kind of like a very appetizing like to people, is that it hasn't even reached its 2018 all-time high of $1.05. So there's definitely $1.50, so there's definitely a lot of room to grow. And then, I mean, a lot of the other big coins, like the top 10 coins, have hit their all-time highs at this point, in the dollar value at least. So not only does that look really good, but then you go to the XRP Bitcoin chart, and I mean, it has, so much room to grow here. Let me see if I can get a, let's see. Let's get the USD on Bitstamp. I bet they have a little bit more. Yeah, so, well, that's... Okay, so, yeah, on Bitstamp, it actually hit $3.30 on the US pairing. So, a lot of people think XRP can get to $10 if it goes the way a lot of the other alts will. So obviously there's room to be skeptical, but hey, Jess Dog, ever heard of ERSDO? No, I have not heard of that. Is that a new token? We'll check it out if there's a chart, if you want to do that. But yeah, today, like the biggest, like one of the key signs for me here is that XRP has broken this previous high here, which it got rejected on a couple times and had big retracements, but it finally broke it and has been holding up on it here. So, I would expect if we go on the short term here, yeah, you can see it came down and already back tested it once, and it's kind of just consolidating above here. And the longer it stays above here, definitely a more confidence traders are going to have that it can see another leg up. So, because with the last times it got close to here, it kind of had a harsh rejection. That hasn't, like in the same hour, that hasn't happened yet. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But this XRP looks good in my opinion right now. Fundamentally, it's not in a good situation, but this is a speculative market and people don't really care. If they can make gains, they're going to go to coins that are making the best gains at the time. So we'll keep an eye on XRP because there could be another move here sometime soon. Let's check out Litecoin. Kind of let's go to the daily and take a look at. Yeah, Litecoin is also, one of the other ones that has not hit all-time high yet. So it's still in this range here. I could close these out. But yeah, you can see if we zoom in, this is the daily. If I go to the 1 hour, yeah, this chart it has broken out of this this downtrend line here. So, and you could say this is a big, symmetrical triangle. So there might be, some more room to grow. It might come back and test these highs before going up, but Litecoin is having a good day for another coin that has been just kind of not doing much at all. And again, with the same with XRP, the Litecoin, let me pull it up here. The Litecoin Bitcoin pairing is really something that we've talked about before. It can grow quite a bit. So it's down at almost the lowest it's been, or it was earlier this week when we talked, or last week when we talked about it. So nothing to write home about yet. It has some work to do, but if it can start changing this trend, Litecoin can move really fast. So Litecoin and XRP, both are looking good today, and their Bitcoin pairings look really good. Let's take a look at ERSLSDL for JustDog here. Okay, so it's a Uniswap listing. Okay, so yeah, this is a nice chart. I mean, I'm not going to be getting into it now, but basically got listed back in September, had a nice beginning peak here through November, and then with all these new listings on Uniswap, there's a bunch every day really. I always say to like be patient and wait for price to settle out and find a bottom. And basically that that happened here uh, in January. And if you know, once you saw this higher high and then higher low, even though it's minimal, that starts the trend change. And these are daily candles, so you know this was over a long period of time that it held these higher lows, and then you know another higher high, higher low, and then blast off. So um, I mean everything looks, you know, it looked really good back in late February. Um, but obviously I didn't see this chart. And at this point, you know, there's not much I can tell you. There's no way of knowing really if it's topped out or not. With this kind of move, you know, let's see how. Yeah, I mean, it went up 670% in 40 days. So that's a really nice, really nice movement. And it, you know, it may not be done. There is like, you know, you can have these channels and go by that for like the past let's see, the past week here, um, you know, and you can hope to not break this downtrend, but once it's gone up 7x like that, um, you know, it could easily be topped out here. If we look at the 15-minute, it's still going strong, making higher highs, higher lows. It's just, you know, right at this point, there's a good chance, you know, you're going to come down and test the 279 area, this previous top here. That will most likely be some sort of support. But if you don't hold that, most likely you're coming down to this trend line. And, you know, I think the party will still go on. It will keep going up until it breaks this trend line. And then that's going to be a key signal that this may be topped out. So, you know, I don't know if you bought anywhere specific, Jess Dog, but yeah, it's still in a good position. You just you know, I'm always wary of coins that have gone 7x in a month. So um, basically, and when I see those, I feel like I missed the boat, and I got to look elsewhere for good investments. Here we go. Let's see here. This is FIO protocol. It's had some nice moves recently. Let's take a look at Binance, BNB. Let's go to the 4 hour. It did have this big move up to all-time highs, then back tested, and is now continuing to move up here. So Yeah, BNB looking strong again. Kind of consolidated at its previous all-time high, and now just in the past 8 hours is forming another leg up. So yeah, we'll see how high this can go. But it's a solid coin. Anyone new into crypto only has a few really popular ways to get in and buy crypto. So like Coinbase and Binance are really the two biggest ones, I would say, in the US. Um, so yeah, Binance continuing to go. Um, if we Let me see here. Let me see. Yeah, we did draw out this. We had a target of $420 for this move here. So 420 and then 450 for the Fibonacci retracement levels. So and it's moving, and you can see how it used these fibs like perfectly. So Binance looking really good. Let's take a look at AMP. Nothing really, just been in this channel making higher lows constantly. Did not make a higher high on the previous pump. So just been keeping an eye on AMP. It had a great run back in early February, and then has had a nice retracement and is now moving up again. So I do expect some sort of bigger move here. And AMP, part of the DeFi space, I do have this one article, DeFi total value locked quietly climbs up to record highs while NFT boom subsides. So basically, this is saying their summary is that the NFT craze is subsiding, and traders are now moving some of their money back into the DeFi space, which is what I've been saying will probably happen based on the DeFi charts. All of those coins kind of went through their retracements and are now seem to be starting back up here. So and yeah, the DeFi tokens, the market cap of DeFi tokens is just hitting all-time highs again. So and yeah, Thorchain doing pretty good. So hey, Nappy, yeah, those are probably scams. So I wouldn't be donating anything to anything you're watching live. There's a lot of fake, send me 1 Bitcoin, I'll send you 2 back. yeah, never, don't send your Bitcoin to anybody you don't know. So, we can look at Kusama, which had a really nice run, a pullback here, and we'll see it's consolidating. It did get down to 420, which was that's where I thought the low would be. So hopefully it's gonna consolidate here a little bit and start moving back up at some point. But Kusama was due a little cool down because it had a great run recently. And let's see, Band USD is moving up, the past weeks, kind of slowly but surely making nice moves up, and basically $20.60 is its all-time highs, and it's at $18 right now. So a little more work to do, but Band looking very good. And again, they take your money and they put it in their bank accounts or in their crypto wallets. If you look at the Band Bitcoin chart, this is what really looks good to me. It's starting again to, you could say it made its bottom here, higher high, and then all of this consolidation is the higher low. And now it needs to get above 0.0043 satoshis here to start moving up on the Bitcoin chart. But if that happens, these coins can move very fast, I think. Take a look at OMG, which we've been doing, and so OMG finally getting above that last Fibonacci level, coming back, making support on it, most likely. That looks like what's happening here. And so the next target's going to be around $10.60. So yeah, OMG looking good. And again, OMG Bitcoin chart, same sort of thing here. Back in let's see, back in the summer, it started moving like crazy. So really getting above the 0.000168 level on the Satoshis, the Bitcoin pairing. That's going to be a key resistance, and that could ignite a big pump there. So, but looking good. Take a look at synthetics. Broke the trend here, and seems to be making like a bigger reverse head and shoulders kind of here. So we'll keep an eye. Another DeFi space, seems like the U-turn is happening here. So got to get it above $21.62. Break this previous resistance here. The graph, let's look at the graph here. Yeah, same with the graph. It did get above its previous resistance here, but could not hold it. But it did hold the new lows, so probably gonna make another try here at some point. And but again, another similar pattern forming where these coins are starting to reverse and head back up after a nice long retracement and consolidation. Uh, and the other, the other coin is Aave, same sort of thing with Aave. So, it got up here, made higher highs on the trend, and is now consolidating, hopefully gonna reverse back up. We can look at RLC, which finally got above its all-time highs here and is now back tested and continuing to move up a little here. So RLC looking really good. Yeah, really good. It's down for the day, but overall it keeps moving up. And again, with the RLC and the Bitcoin pairing, go back to the 4-hour, like this has it's hitting resistance on the Bitcoin pairing now. So if it can break that, it does have a few different areas it's got to break, but yeah, it could move up pretty fast if it gets through some of these. So this is ID, Everest ID. This one, I really like how it looks, big cup and handle. I'm looking at it kind of upside down because it's, for some reason they have Ethereum before ID in this chart, so it's in reverse, but basically I'm looking for a breakdown on this chart, and that will be good for ID. Let's take a look at XRP again, moving up again, I think. Okay, having a little pump in the past 15 minutes, but now coming back down. And here we are on the heading back down on the Bitcoin dominance. So remember, remember this 5720. It's an important level there. Let me know if there's any coins you guys want to look at. Let's take a look at Polkadot, which had that nice pump the other day on April 2nd, and now making new, basically making lower lows now, or higher lows, and we'll see how long this consolidation period lasts. So but I'm prepared for Polkadot to move at any point, any day. Let's take a look at some of the NFT projects we've been looking at. Chain Guardians. Basically at another bottom here, which it's been at. This is the third time. So basically it's been on a downtrend for the last few weeks, and we'll see if this is the bottom or if it's going to have lower lows here. Yeah, this is the DeFi futures chart, and yeah, we're at all-time highs today. So we'll see if DeFi gets we got above all-time highs, came back and back tested it, and now we'll see if we get a big move here with this is all the DeFi coins combined. So we'll look at Ocean, which has just been staying right in this range for a while now. March 7, a month it's been in this range. So I think at any point Ocean could finally get up here above all-time highs and finally break it and make support. Take a look at Link. Broke out and seems to be at the current moment in time testing this resistance here. Big resistance right around $32. Yeah, so if Link, it did break it, but it failed. It was like a fake out here. If it can break up again and hold above 32, then there really isn't much resistance up to all-time highs of about $37. So take a look at Bitcoin again. It's still hanging around 58,000, 59,000. Take a look at ADA. ADA is getting very close to having to make a move here. So there is a strong resistance line here, and basically today or tomorrow there should be some sort of move for ADA. Uniswap again, slowly but surely moving up, and I think I think this will continue probably to move up until like a week before the release May 4th, so the end of April, I would expect a big move up in anticipation of the release of version 3 there. Ethereum Bitcoin chart, so you can see we did break the 3.5 352 on Bitcoin, and that seems to be where we've been able to where we're making it support now. So really the next resistance I would say is around 392, short-term resistance. That area will probably, if we do get another leg up, we might stop there. If not, basically up to 461. Take a look at engine. Which did have a slight retracement. It seems to be, it's kind of ranging here. Not sure how much more the NFT space can move up without, at least a month of kind of slowing down. This is Decentraland and Flow. Flow actually having a good day and had a full retracement, is now back up testing all-time highs. So Flow is doing pretty well actually. And here's Bitcoin dominance. Here we go. We have made a new low, and we literally are got to bounce right off the 57.21. So this is a key level here that we're hitting on Bitcoin dominance. If it breaks this and can hold it, there isn't much resistance all the way down to about 52%. So another 5% down, which is a lot of money from the total crypto market cap moving from Bitcoin to altcoins. So the small and mid cap altcoins can really see huge gains if that happens. And you can see it is getting a bounce right on that level. $57.21. And the Bitcoin price still the same, right at 59,000. Ethereum 2126 now. So if this breaks, I would expect a move for Ethereum, and it is getting a move. Okay, so you know, we were just talking about how, you know, this could be another leg up, and there we go. Ethereum getting a little move up, finding really its last resistance point around 2130. That's really the last resistance until all-time highs at 2144. And yeah, our measured move for here is 2500, roughly 2550. That's where we're expecting Ethereum to go. And I mean, let's go back to the 15-minute. And let's go back to Bitcoin dominance. Still holding that mark. But if this breaks, I would expect Ethereum to get a really nice move up.
Steve and Dave.
Let me know if there's any coins you guys want to chart out. And if we look at this is the altcoin dominance chart. So if we mark out here, it's trying to break these all-time highs, and I would expect us getting up to around these lines up here. Which, you know, could be anywhere from 47.82 to you know, depending on how long it takes, most likely 48.7. So these are key resistances where Bitcoin could kind of take the reins again. So you want to be cautious of those points, but you can see we had a nice move up in the past couple days, and if this continues, if we break this all-time high, which we are at right at this moment, we might move pretty fast. So if I do that, and you can see it's the same, it's the reverse of the Bitcoin dominance chart. So we're actually currently above it. Let's see on let's go back to the dominance. Yeah, we're right below it. So it's getting a nice bounce on it. Yeah, we'll see. This is a huge marker for all coins. So Ethereum kind of backing back down after that bounce off the altcoin dominance, or the Bitcoin dominance level. XRP seems to be, it got rejected again at the same level, around 87 cents, but has not fallen back down, so showing some strength. Litecoin, also kind of moving very similar to XRP here. And again, moving up here. Let's take a look at some of the top gainers for today. So yeah, Stacks going up 93%. Wink, I'm not sure what Wink or WinK, Wink up 47. And then XRP up 40, Tron up another 20%. Tron has been having a very good week. It's Wink, I don't know what. Went up 600% this week. BitTorrent moving up a lot this week, so a lot of big moves here. ETH kind of failing up there, coming back down. I'm guessing, yeah, Bitcoin dominance is getting a little bump here. But if it, you know, has another leg down below there, there's going to be definitely some big moves, I think. Here's XRP again, trying again at the making higher highs. So let's see, it's got to get above 87.7. Oh, sorry about that. You. Let me pull the mic up closer. Any coins you want to check out? Oh, I think my music's too high. Let me know if that's better. You. Yeah, let me know if there's any coins you want to check out. I'm just following the XRP pump here. It's actually just hit new highs for the day. at 88, 89 cents now. So, and with that, I would expect a little, cool. I would expect some more movement up, really, another little leg up. I think as scared as people are about getting in on XRP with all of the SEC crap going on, there's also some FOMO of not being on the ride back up to where it normally would be. So because it has a lot of upside if everything goes okay with the lawsuits and everything. Bitcoin still hasn't moved much at all. Bitcoin dominance is still low. We're waiting to see if it can break 57.21. That is a very, very key resistance. That is the high for altcoin dominance back last summer. I'm pretty sure Theta already hit the moon, right? Was in the top 10 for a second if it's not still there. Let's take a look at Theta. Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Shrek? I'm doing good, man. Yeah, all your coins pulled back a little. Well, there might be some movement back up to the upside soon. Yeah, Theta is still looking like it's in its retracement phase here. It just dropped below the 0.236 Fibonacci retracement level, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's if Theta came all the way back down to like $9 something like that eventually before going back up. I mean, if the alt season starts up, that could change very quick. Um, but Theta as a project, I think, is a great investment. Not financial advice, but it's moved up so much so quickly that um, it might still need a little bit of a break. Well, Chili's also moved up like a ridiculous amount. Let's take a look at Chili's here. Yeah, this is pretty normal, Mr. Shrek. I mean, this was an incredible move, and then you're normally looking for like a 50% retracement from the top. So, okay, so it got down to about 56% retracement from the top. So that's good. And now, what you want to see is some, this is going to hopefully bottom out, and you're going to want to see something where it straightens out for a bit and then starts picking up and reversing. That's what you want to see. So it looks like it's straightening out, but yeah, you just got to be patient. But yeah, good 55% retracement. That's a good, that's a normal retracement. It's nothing to be scared of. So that's what I look for. This is the kind of chart I look for. Once these retracements have happened and it starts to straighten out, that's where I would normally start accumulating and then hoping for the eventual higher highs, higher lows to reverse the trend. But you can also wait till you get those first couple higher highs, higher lows. Get back above 55 cents and make that support. If you get above there and make that support where this was previous resistance, that will be a good indicator that you might have started the trend back up. So, but this chart looks good to me. If you're starting to accumulate now and you didn't buy up at the top. So this is Chili's right here. It says it's a big NFT project. I believe they got some soccer teams to have tokens, something like that, but it blew up when that happened. Went up 20x, something like that. Yeah, so let's see, step back. Any altcoins that have potential to moon this month? I think a lot of altcoins have potential to moon. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart. And if this level that we are literally on right now, it's at 57.28. If it goes below 57.21, then I think we're headed down closer to 52 to 50, between 50 and 52%. which means basically from 57 to 52%. I think there'll be a big severe drop over the next week if we drop that, and that would be 5% of Bitcoin's market cap. So all the money in Bitcoin moving into the alts. And you know, Bitcoin has over a trillion, like 1.1 or 1.2 trillion in it. So you know, if that would be like $60 billion moving into some of the altcoins, and that can really bring up altcoins that are, you know, $50 million. You know, a lot of these altcoins will see multiples. So yeah, I think a lot of altcoins could move. I'm mainly allocated to the DeFi space, Aave, synthetics, the graph. All of these coins kind of look like chilies where they've had their retracements. Here's Aave, for example. It had this nice 50% pullback, double bottom here, triple bottom really, and then now it seems like it's broken the downtrend. It broke this downtrend and is making higher highs, higher lows, and support on previous resistance. So these are the kind of charts I'm looking for. And you know, there's no reason these projects can't go back up and test their all-time highs. So there's Aave. Here is let's see here. Synthetics, same thing. The graph, same thing. It's just they all peaked in February. They've had almost 2 months now of retracement and consolidation, and now that the NFT hype is somewhat slowing down, I think I think the DeFi hype is going to build back up. And I'm not just saying that. The DeFi, this is the DeFi futures chart, so it just reclaimed its all-time highs and back tested it. So you might see another move like this happen with DeFi, another big leg up, which means most of DeFi coins will move as well. AMP, this is another one very similar. Hey Aave, what's up? What happened? What do you mean? I'm on Monday through Thursdays. I was on last Thursday, if that's what you're talking about. You're holding, not selling till $2 on Chili's. Yeah, I mean, if I think it's a good, you know, you don't want to sell now that you could be at the bottom of a retracement, you know. if you guys are miss step back, this is one altcoin. Let me put it in the invert here. This is a Uniswap. I think it's on a couple other exchanges, but smaller ones like Uniswap is where I allocated, but this is ID, Everest ID, and they are working with a lot of projects in the DeFi space, but this chart, a nice cup and handle, and I mean, it doesn't get much more clear of a cup and handle in my opinion. So I think so. The measured move for this would be, let me draw it up here, would basically be that. So if we move that to right around there, so right now, yeah, and this is, they put it has Ethereum first, so that's why I had to invert the scale, but basically it would be a roughly, if this pattern was to complete, about a 200% move from here. So, and this has been, you know, forming this pattern for since mid-February. So, you know, it'll almost be 2 months of price action here. So this is a smaller cap, more risky, not financial advice. But this is one of the smaller cap altcoins that I'm pretty confident in over the next month. So let's see. Reef and one. Yeah, we could check on Reef. I'm actually interested on how Reef is doing. So, oh, this is inverted, so hold on a second. Yeah, so Reef, it's funny because Reef had the same thing that I was talking about. What I like to look for, these big retracements after these big moves, about 50%. And then Reef started making the reversal here. Everything looking great. Higher highs, higher lows. And then it had this huge high. And then there was a big controversy because they put out that an investment company was investing 20 million in them or something, and then the investment company was like, no, we didn't say that. So it dropped. This is due to news. So you know, a lot of people will say, oh, news doesn't really matter, but it does. This drop was due to controversy over an investment company. So with Reef, you know, it's nice that it's been basically able to hold this, but you do need to get back above this resistance and make support on it before I would feel confident, because it seems like every time you're getting up here you are getting rejected. So you know, that's not to say, you know, I'm sure this news was like a month ago almost, so most everyone's probably forgotten about it. So, and it was headed up anyway, I think. So yeah, once you get above, this resistance level right around, I would actually move this up to about there, where you hit it four times and got rejected. So once you get back above about 4.4 cents roughly, um, you get above it and don't get pushed back down. You get above it and then you make support on it and then head back up. So you want to see something like this. Once you start that next move up, so you get above, you make support, and then you start heading back up, that's when I would be buying if you're talking about buying. That, not financial advice, but that's where I'd be buying, and then I'd be putting my stop loss a little bit below this line. So if it does end up faking you out like twice, you don't lose much. Now, if you're already allocated, I would say it has seemed to have made a pretty secure bottom around this area. So if you're patient, I think you'll be okay, especially if the alt season starts going parabolic. Let's see here. Yeah, you got it, 30.036. Okay, yeah, so that's a pretty low risk buy, I would say, because it has pretty much made this a floor, a temporary bottom. So I wouldn't feel too scared if I made that buy. I think you have a lot more upside than downside if you're patient. And you want to look at one. We can look at that. Let me look at one for Aave here real quick. PNT and AVAX. Let's take a look. Let's look at PNT and then one and then AVAX. Okay, so was this this is kind of a crazy candle there, if it's real. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look bad at all. It's nice, nice gradual higher highs, higher lows. Let's see here. You've surpassed the previous three, the three highs here from back in March and February, which is probably why you're getting a bigger candle here, because you basically got above this previous high in March and you held it. You didn't get rejected like this one. So you got above and you got this nice little run today. Yeah, there's no reason that, I'm not sure, like, this candle is pretty crazy. This is a 4-hour chart, so I mean, I don't know what happened that day, but had a high of $6.40 and a low of 50 cents. So I don't know, I guess that's a real candle, not a mistake like a glitch, but it looks like a glitch. Yeah, so I mean, if we go out to like the daily, you've been, you know, continuing to make, even if you count this up here, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Now you've made a higher high. So, you know, if you continue in this channel, there's a chance you get up to, you know, $3.50. But you have made a higher high already, so, you know, there's no guarantee you're going to get up and touch that. But yeah, it's a nice uptrend. There's no reason it won't keep going. It's kind of seems to be pretty healthy, like not too it's not going like parabolic up crazy percent every day. So so yeah, I mean, it's having nice moves though. But yeah, there's nothing. Let's look on the RSI. So this is the daily, and yeah, the buying momentum is still building here. You have on the RSI, let me make this a little bigger here. You have, so your previous high to your new high. So you have higher highs in price and higher highs on the RSI, so that's good. You have on your previous lows, you have higher lows and higher, yeah, RSI doesn't really show anything anything different. So, you know, it's possible this could keep you know, if you don't reach the top of this channel, really more like that, you know, that could be a sign of the highs are slowly getting lower. But in the short term, I think it looks very healthy. Let's take a look at one. Oh, Harmony. Okay. Yeah, Harmony, I believe, has been. Yeah, so with Harmony, I would do a Fibonacci retracement here. Basically from the consolidation here, low to the high. And you can see it got a perfect bounce off the 0.382. A normal retracement here. Let's see if we, yeah, so I would, if not financial advice, but with Harmony's pump like that, um, just by a lot of these that I've seen, especially this bull cycle where they pump like crazy and then they have these retracements, most of them have been doing about a 50% retracement, and most of them are going to line up with either the 0.5 or the 0.618 retracement levels. So you can see it got a perfect bounce on the 0.382 fib level, and that's because traders watch these levels, and like day traders, they'll put their buys right there, knowing that they're going to sell it right after. So it hit here and then it got a bounce all the way up, to 17 cents from 14.5 cents. So that's a nice little gain. They sell at some point up there because they probably also believe eventually this is going to come down to the 0.5 or the 0.618 level here. So, I mean, that's around 12 cents and 9.6 cents. So those would be the two levels like I would be looking at for things to start flattening out, or some kind of bounce off there. But most likely it will start to curve after it hits one of these and start flattening out before it makes its next move up. Hey Zibble, I hope that helps, Mr. Shrek. Hey my man, Yannick V6. Let me know if there's any coins you guys want to check out, and if you guys like the content, please feel free to subscribe or follow me on Twitch and YouTube, and give that video a like. And then we're going to look at AVAX, I believe, and then we can take a look at HOT. So here's AVAX. I'm assuming HOT is going to look pretty similar to Harmony here, but I haven't looked at the chart yet, but that would be my guess. Let's look at AVAX. Yeah, so here's a perfect example of what I was just saying. When these have these crazy runs like this, this one actually got down all the way to the 7.786 before it had its pullback. Yeah, so AVAX, it looked like it was starting to turn here, and head back up. Let's go to like the 4 hour. Yeah, so we have this triple bottom here. It came up and it made, it looked good. It had a nice double bottom here, and then it started making higher highs. But you can see it wasn't able to hold the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, and it basically failed there, and now it's back down, trying to make support again on these similar prices. So yeah, I would say AVAX probably just needs more time before you got to get above the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level and then make support on it before traders are going to feel confident something like this, and then support and see the move up again. That's going to give traders real confidence that eventually it's going back up to all-time highs. So Aave, I think AVAX might need, this could happen at any point, but having just failed there, I think maybe it's going to need a little more time. So let's look at hot. And let's see if this is similar to, okay, so hot is still on its parabolic rise here. Yeah, I mean it's in a upward channel here, and so you can see with this channel that the lows are higher, are more, there's more gains on the lows than there is on the highs, if that makes sense. Like bigger percentage gains on the wicks of these highs, or on the wicks of the lows, rather than, basically this is showing like that the momentum might be waning a little bit, and that's understandable after making this type of move. So yeah, like personally, not financial advice, but I this is not the type of chart I would be looking to buy right now. I like to wait for those 50% retracements. If it does top out here, there's a good chance, it's going to make a 50% retracement right around to right before it popped up here, like halfway down. So not all the way down to here, but just about 50%, and then it will move sideways and then come back up. So that's what I like to look for. If we zoom in, it's still making higher highs and higher lows. So if you want to trade this, not financial advice, but I would look for an entry, on this trend line, and then have my stop loss a little bit below the trend line. So if it does break, you only lose a little bit. But if it gets a nice bounce like it has been getting, you come up all the way up, make a new high up here most likely. But yeah, it does look like the percentage moves it's making up are getting a little less each time. So that's a sign that it's most likely, losing a little bit of the momentum, slowing down a little bit. So Zibble, yeah, so like I would not be buying hot right now. It's moved, a crazy amount in a short period of time. So let's see, this was, if you did get in down there, it's moved 300% in 10 days. So 3x in 10 days is pretty, crazy. It could keep going, especially if we get into a crazy alt season, but I would much rather be allocated to a coin that, if it's pumped already, has retraced 50% and is now starting its move back up. That's what I prefer to do. But yeah, if you did want to get in, I would wait till it hit the bottom of this trend line, which will probably be around, 2.8 cents, something like, it depends on how long it takes if it's coming back down here. So, but you never know. So that's just what I would do. Yeah, if you guys are new to the channel, please feel free to follow us or subscribe. isn't theta not looking like to pop off? Yeah, I don't think theta's quite ready to pop off. That's just my opinion. But if we go back and look at it here, um, like these are the Fibonacci retracement levels. Um, and you can see it is basically this is acting as resistance now, and this triangle isn't even in play anymore, but this downward trend is still in play. So what I would expect is to get down at the very least get down to the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement level, because that's where it got a bounce off of when it first came down. So but you're continuing to make lower highs and lower lows. It's starting to flatten out here, and theta is a really good project, so you never really know. They could get a huge, they're already working with like Samsung and stuff, so if they get some big deals like that, it could push it up more. But it just went on a crazy run, so having like, getting back down to like 8.8 cents is not that crazy. That is very possible for it to get down there before it starts its move back up, like a 50% retracement. So if it keeps moving sideways here, you'll probably see a move if it can break the downtrend here. That would definitely help. Let's see. I have 12 Bitcoin in my account. What do you think the worth will be in 2 months? Yannick, in 2 months, so let's say I think there's a good chance Bitcoin could be worth 100 grand in 2 months. So that would be $1.2 million. So that would be that'd be my guess. You can let me know in 2 months how close I was. But not financial advice. That's just what I'm guessing. Some people told you ADA will be $10 at the end of the year. So if ADA gets to $10, that is the so this is how I would see ADA getting to $10. Okay. Deal, Yannick. I'll take that. When Bitcoin finally tops out, then there will be, like, I'm talking final peak, parabolic, right at the end. This final peak, it might jump from 150K to 250K in like a couple weeks. That's the type of insanity I'm talking about. It peaks out, and then it tops out, starts to fall. Okay, that the next few days to a week, 2 weeks tops, are when the altcoins will, all that money, when people think Bitcoin's dropping like that, all that money is going to flow very fast into the altcoins. And that is when the altcoins hit their peaks. So it's after Bitcoin peaks. This is based on 2013 and 2017. So at the very peak of ADA's run, so after Bitcoin peaks in this bull cycle, right after that, like the week after that, altcoins go parabolic. ADA may hit $10 for like a day tops, maybe an hour tops, before it starts heading back down. That is the best case scenario, I think, for and your timing has to be pretty perfect, I would think, for that. I hope that makes sense. Chili's, so I gotta see what Chili's market cap is, because Chili's I think is a lot lower than ADA, because ADA's like 5 or something, number 5. Let me see Chili's market cap. So Chili's is number 49, which is good. The market cap is 2.5 billion. So that is a large market cap, but I think at the very peak, Chili's could do something like a 20x and get to $50 billion. With a little luck. But that's the type of money that could flow into these alts that are more down. It all depends on how much market cap it is. The lower, if it gets a little bit of the Bitcoin flow of money, it will multiply. It will do multiple X's very quickly, because it doesn't take a lot of money for some of these smaller market cap plays to move. If you have a $50 million altcoin, like a market cap for an altcoin, which is not that much, and it gets $1 billion from the flow of money trickling down at the peak, very peak of the cycle. That's again a 20x. Like there will be a lot of 100x's on some coins, on a lot of very small market cap plays. So it happens. It happened in the past twice, so it most likely will happen this time. That's a crazy story, Yannick. Okay, I'll do Pundi X, and then I actually gotta go, because at 5:30 I have to get off, and it's past that. But I'll look at Pundi X for you. Thanks, Yannick. I appreciate it. You're the man. Give me a, you following me, Yannick? Give me a follow, too. I like your attitude. Why does this look wrong? Uh, 99 Bitcoins. Let's go. Nice, man. You're the man, Yannick. PundyX. What's the? Let me look. I PundIX. Okay. Yeah, that's what I got here. I thought PundyX was doing like a lot better. Yeah, what? Is there a different? I'm a bit depressed, yeah. This is the, oh, NPN, yeah, I knew something was up. It's NP. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Zibble, they they did a new denomination for PundyX. So the chart is kind of off. It happened like yesterday where it was NPXX. Yeah, so this is the chart, but they actually switched the name of the coin, so now it's PundyX is the coin. PUNDIX. But again, with this, it's very similar to yeah. So they did a token redenomination. So if you had 1,000 NPXS, now you have one PundyX. Well, make sure you come back tomorrow, Yannick. All right. I gotta go too. Yeah, it's the same worth, Zibble. But it seemed to have affected the price, a little bit as having a bad day. But yeah, same sort of thing here with the top, you know. I would look for a retracement. I think there'll probably be a retracement, possibly down to these previous highs, around 48% retracement, to around 0.0049. I would expect, because it is in a downtrend now, it hasn't been putting in higher highs, so yeah, I invest in crypto. Thanks for the follow, Jibop. Hey, man. No problem. Yeah, I'll be on 3:30 tomorrow Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday to 5:30. So yeah, if you guys like the content, Yannick's got things to do today, so he'll be back tomorrow, I think, though, with more of his 99 bitcoins. And yeah, so yeah, feel free to like and subscribe, guys. Really appreciate it. And thanks for the bits, Yannick. I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, I'll leave you with my intro video.